Hello everybody, I'm Misa Narrates. This is my digital space. I hope you enjoy. Now you are tuned in again for another day in a row of the review. We started this exercise to get to 300 subscribers, basically posting every single day to get to 300 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed and you're here, do the right thing. But if you need to test me out, watch this video and I guarantee you're going to want to subscribe when you're done. So this time around, we are looking at a single or a song from popsnotthefather called Karmakollekt. It is a song off of his debut EP, Not Now, Not Never. It's published on the Internet Wave YouTube channel. So I see some information here. I'm just going to read it for you guys so that we can get everything established. The description box reads, Karmakollekt sees popsnotthefather come to terms with a relationship that is nearing its end. He describes his girl's unfaithfulness and feeling betrayed because he was fully invested in the relationship. In this song, popsnotthefather is able to bare his soul and deliver heartfelt and emotive lines. From a visual aesthetic perspective, the careful selection of blue elements, including when he is chilling with his boys, emphasizes the melancholy he experiences when not being able to forget about her, while the red hues highlight his dangerous and tumultuous state of mind as he wrestles with the end of his relationship. The duality that is captured is consistent with the confusion of being caught between a rock and a hard place. Following the candid and bold themes tackled in his EP, the music video for Karmakollekt is perfect visual introduction to popsnotthefather's world, according to Skipani's TV. So, popsnotthefather is the recording artist in this instance. The producer is 808X. The director is Morale Pablo Pala on behalf of Clout Casette. The photographer on set was Jimmy Good. So, let's see what this video has in store.
So basically, I'm not supposed to talk to anyone because I'm your girl and shit.
That's not what I said.
What are you saying?
So you can't be telling these funny niggas why you my girl and shit. You know what funny niggas are.
I don't know what funny niggas are. I got friends.
You are watching the review with Misa Narrates.
Because I'm your girl and shit.
So I found you with those guys?
Basically.
I can't take this shit anymore.
I'm tired of you and I'm tired of this relationship.
Yo, what I tell you about banging my door?
You are watching the review with Misa Narrates. So the emphasis of color is immediate with this music video. It's very, very blue. I wouldn't say blue. I'd say it's more teal when we open. This interaction between the two of them, like, again, this is something that we saw with the last episode of the review. If you're an actor, you're an actor. So it seems fluid when you do these things, right? When you have these types of dialogues. But because neither of them are actors, I cannot expect that from them. So granted, while there were moments where it just seemed a little stiff, that's not on them. And also that low-key speaks to the discomfort that he's talking about in the song about he's uncomfortable with how the relationship has been going. The dialogue was interesting, though. I'll give it that. The dialogue was interesting. And then the sound production, like a lot of the times music videos will forget that if it's a talking scene, right? It's a talking scene. I need to hear more than just the dialogue that's happening between the two characters. I want to hear, depending on what the location is, for example. So in this instance, I'm hearing cars passing by because they're in a parking lot. I'm hearing the door Sam close. I'm hearing, his voice. If anything, what kind of, it's just like a production thing. As she walks away, his voice says, what did I tell you about slamming my door? But technically speaking, if she's further away, that sound shouldn't be so in my face, right? So it needed to be like slightly lower, but that's a taste thing. Anyway, let's continue.
You've been lying, oh girl, what you've been hiding. You think I don't know what you're doing tonight? I heard the truth, your friends been talking. You've been lying, oh girl, what you've been hiding. You think I don't know what you're doing tonight?
You're watching The Review with Misa Narrates.
I was thinking we had all our business sorted, like maybe I'm the reason that I think I'm always right, and I'm the one who started every time we gonna fight. Get at me, though, you think you got one over on me? You saying I'm only a homie. You slap with niggas on the low. You feeling different and thinking I wouldn't know. Now leave me alone, I need peace in my head. I should've known you was cold, could've let me for that.
You're watching The Review with Misa Narrates.
That nigga just left. That shit is old, all the feelings are left. Thought it was so, yeah, I'm traded for less. You could've hit my baby hard, I treated the best. You should've seen us coming, it's like Karmakollekt, you feel me? I heard the truth, your friends been talking. You've been lying. Oh, girl, what you been hiding? You think I don't know what you're doing tonight? I heard the truth, your friends.
Something that I'm picking up, I have not seen a black woman that looks similar in complexion to popsnotthefather in this entire video. It's light-skinned girls, it's racially ambiguous girls, or it's white girls. Like, I don't understand that. I don't get that. What's the point of that? What's the value? Why are we doing that? Yeah, that's just putting me that's putting me off a little bit. I won't lie. Like, and I know sometimes it seems like it's not that deep. It is that deep. It is that deep. What I will say, just moving on from that, like as you can see, I'm a little visibly disturbed by that. But from a shots perspective, I appreciate the shots of the city, but I also almost feel like there are too many of them, or that they're too long. Is that a thing? Perhaps. And then I really loved that like party scene, right? And I loved the angles that were used in that scene as well. I like that there's different settings. Granted, I don't think all of them are valuable, but I like that it's not just like one place. But I also am very curious as to like who hangs out with their friends in a parking lot. Like, whose parking lot is this? Like, in real life, where is security? That's my question. Like, in real life, which security guys are letting you just kind of lollygag in their parking spaces? Just question.
Your friends been talking, and you've been lying. Oh, girl, what you been hiding? You think I don't know what you're doing tonight? You think I don't know what you're doing tonight?
You're watching The Review with Misa Narrates. All right, this is a short and sweet music video. It clocked in at something like 2 minutes and 43 seconds, basically. So what are we commenting on? So what I noticed, right? It was a colored girl in the car at the beginning of the music video. And then, consistently the hook is, I know what you're kind of going to be up to this evening. I know what you're going to be doing tonight. Which is then kind of described, I guess, by the party scene. But I didn't see that same colored girl partying. So if the issue is there's a sense of betrayal, there's a sense of like the girlfriend has been up to no good, there needs to be a moment where I see what the no good is. Right? Like, is she cheating? Is she flirting? Is she texting whomever? Like, what is that thing that she's up to that's no good? Because consistently she said, I had friends. And so granted, it didn't say directly that the girl was cheating, but more so that, because she didn't say I have male friends or I have, guy friends or whatever. She didn't say anything like that or of the sort. But when we see that party scene of just the girls kind of dancing, it's almost assumed that her like party activities are a cause of frustration in the relationship. But I don't see what she's done that's so wrong. So like if the issue is that she's misbehaving, because in the song it makes it out to be like she's doing shit on the low and she's acting out type of thing, but then you showing me an image of her just clubbing with friends, and in fact not even showing me her clubbing with friends, because again in the party scene I didn't see the girl, and maybe I missed her, correct me if I'm wrong. If you see that I missed her, tell me in the comment section below. But I'm not getting the translation of her having done shit and then what she did or what she's depicted to have done in the music video is not clear. But that's that. I think that's the only thing. And then the second thing, again, too many parking lots. Like, so I understood the first parking lot because they were there, they were having a conversation. I almost understood them kind of staying there, you know, when he was hanging out with his friends. I almost understand that. But again, who is letting y'all hang out at a parking lot? Like, whose parking lot? Name me the manchingalane that is letting you sit in their parking lot, not doing nothing. I don't get that. And then we move from, you know, that, and there's the scene in front of like this restaurant, the kind of red in the background restaurant. And then the question becomes like, what were you doing there? Did you eat? Like, what were you doing there? Because I can't imagine you're just loitering outside. So there's that element of what's happening with your storyline. You committed to having a conversation in the first frame. And then as it went on, it's like the details of that conversation and the linkage to the music was then lost, right? And then again, you're in another parking lot, like and that's your final scene. Like, what were you doing to need to be at the parking lot? What were you getting? Are you at the corner store? Are you at the, you know, what are you doing? So I didn't get that part. I didn't get that part. That was lost on me. From a camera work perspective, top notch. I think Clout Casette has made a name for themselves in the South African region amongst artists this side to be known for quality video production. You've got to give them their props for that. Again, like I said earlier, I just didn't like how many shots of the city. I didn't necessarily appreciate how many there were, or rather how long each of them was, because this video is so short. If it were longer, I don't think I would have been fazed by it. But because the video is like 2 minutes, 43 seconds, every second feels like it counts, right? The styling was really cool. Was really, really, really cool. I think it is definitely Pops' style in the sense of he's not a suit and tie guy. He's not, you know, blue jeans, white t-shirt, and some Air Force Ones. Like, he's not that dude at all. So even the styling of the girls in the club, like, you could tell there was a level of effort put into even that scene, right? The high ponytail on one of them, the sparkly dress on another, the girlfriend in her like athleisure but cool girl kind of swag, that was nice. How all of his label mates, because his label mates were also in the video, how his label mates were dressed, really exemplified how they usually dress in general, and that was nice to see. I think that's it. I think I've touched on everything. If there's something that you wanted to hear me talk about, leave it for me in the bottom, you know, in the comment section, and we can talk about it. But if I were to rate this music video, I would put it at a solid like 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10. Arguable 8.5. And the reason why it didn't go all the way home for me, it wasn't even the production. It was the lack of consistent storylining for me, because in that first like 15 seconds, they really seem to emphasize that there's going to be a storyline, right? And then they don't follow through. So you're talking about her having friends. Shup, you don't like how she's behaving based on what the song's lyrics suggest. And then we see different scenes, but it doesn't tell us what nonsense she's been up to. It just shows us that she's partying. So to me, as I'm watching, I'm feeling like, dude, are you upset that she goes out and that she parties? Or is she doing some fuck shit while she's there? You feel me? So this is a definite 8.8. I even want to say like it's a definite 8.5. Yeah, changed my mind. This is an 8.5 out of 10, an arguable 9 out of 10. Yeah, that feels better to me. But if you've watched this all the way through, if you've stayed tuned in, if you've subscribed already, I want to say thank you. Thank you for enjoying. Thank you for being here and thank you for participating in my digital space. I'm Misa Narrates. I hope you've subscribed and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.